went to the market and found a jackfruit. I guess it's jackfruit season. And that's what I'm gonna be doing today. If you guys missed my stream earlier, we were talking about how things were going. And today we'll be cutting some jackfruit. Went to the market, found me a jackfruit. That's what we're gonna be doing. Gonna cut a jackfruit. We need some bowls. We need our jackfruit. Kazam! We got ourselves a jackfruit. Let's see. I don't know, you guys can see. Let me move the camera back a little bit. Sorry, we're doing this live, guys. Doing this live. Got a knife. Let me tell you the secret about cutting jackfruit. Okay. Hi. Let me show you the secret. Okay. The secret is you need a knife that you want to throw away, basically, because your knife is going to get all jacked up. And the next thing is you want your knife oiled, right? Because there's a sticky sap that's in here and it really messes up your knife. So, Sam. If you guys were on my stream earlier, I swear I could have gotten a samurai sword from the plant share, and I didn't. So I could have been doing this with a samurai sword. How cool would that have been? First thing I'm gonna do, a first chop. Let's get in there. All right. This is one of my favorites. Jackfruit. Gonna cut it. It's tedious. It's a tedious process to cut one of these open and get all the fruits out. All right, first thing you do, you're gonna cut it in half. Cutting in half is the secret. Kazam. Like I said, I didn't sharpen. You don't want a super sharp knife because you're gonna throw away that knife. All right, so this is inside, right? And now starts the fun part, right? Well, not really. Next, you gotta cut this part off. Some people, what they like to do is they like to quarter it. That's a good way to do it too. So let's do that. Ugh. How's everyone's day going so far? How is everybody's day? Shoot. You don't want to waste anything. In this economy, you cannot be wasting food, okay? So you can, there's like little pieces here that you can eat. But if you want to see what a full jackfruit is, oh my God, let me put some gloves on. That's what I'm talking about. There's a sticky sap that's on the jackfruit itself. Sorry, too late. My hands are already sticky. My hands are sticky already. There's a sticky sap on there, and I'm pretty sure you could use it to make glue. If Gilligan was on an island and he had jackfruit, they can make glue. This white stuff that's in the middle of it, you can cut this in half now too. It makes it easier. Arrgh. Arrgh. Okay. This is cool. Here we go. All right, cut that in half. Let's cut this one in half. After we cut it all in half, we are gonna start harvesting. Well, not yet. You gotta get rid of this core part. Okay, next thing you want to do, I don't know if you guys can see. that white stuff is starting to come out already, that's sticky glue, okay? You get that on you, and you're gonna have a bad time getting it off. That's why I was saying that you want to use a knife that you don't really care about. And this is my jackfruit knife that I use all the time. And you can see on the blade, it's got glue on there. And you're supposed to coat your knife with oil beforehand. So it's not as sticky. Okay, so next is you want to get rid of all this core white part, the glue. Boom, boom, boom. Right, you want to get rid of all that glue. Don't eat glue. That's my public announcement for today. If you see glue, don't eat it. All right, let's cut this. Come on. Boom. Glue, be gone. I swear, in a different time, they probably take this and they'll probably boil it down and they'll make glue, like jungle glue. Jungle glue. If you guys don't know, jackfruit is grown in tropical areas. And fun fact, this is what I was told about jackfruit, is that you know how, like, well, we all know about the Vietnam War, right? This is a story that I was told about jackfruit. I don't even know if it's real or not. Here's the jackfruit itself. This is what we're trying to get, right? There's like tons of these pods, and we're at the harvesting part now. So we're just going to be picking through, and you pick through. You can eat some. Don't eat too many, or else no one's going to have any jackfruit. And then there's these stringy, this stringy fiber part that's edible too, but it's not that great. The other thing that's interesting about jackfruit, if you don't know, is that you know, like if you see artificial pulled pork, you know, like those vegan pulled pork, this is what they use. They actually use jackfruit, and they stir fry it with like the barbecue sauce, and that's how they get. That's how they get that vegan pulled pork, and it's very nutritious. But anyways, back to my story about the Vietnam War. This is what I was told, is that during the war, right, deep in the jungles, the Americans or just foreign soldiers would they bring like MREs, you know, for food. The jungle folks, they brought jackfruit, or at least they knew where the jackfruit trees were, and so they didn't have to haul big. They didn't have to haul like MREs around. They just knew where all the trees were, and these jackfruit has basically, they have all the nutrition that you need to survive out there, right? Like I said, they use this right now. They currently use this as meat substitute for pulled pork. So it has nutritional value, and so yeah, this is what they were saying. What allowed the Vietnamese soldiers to stay out in the forest jungles for weeks at a time, because they'll have trees of these up there, and that's what they ate. While the American soldiers would eventually run out of food, and they would have to restock. I don't know this how much of this is true. This is what I was told. All right, so what is going on with you guys? See. So yeah, I'm just gonna be doing this for a while. If you guys want to chat, chat. If not, watch me peel. Is it lunchtime where you guys are? What are you guys having for lunch? That's the question everybody wants to know. What's everyone having for lunch? You know what I'm having? I'm gonna be having some duck. We had some nice duck earlier, so I'm gonna be eating some duck and rice, of course. I get some rice, eating some carbs, and some jackfruit, because that's why I'm peeling it now. It is ripe. If you ever go to an Asian supermarket and you see jackfruit, you're gonna wonder, so how do you pick it? Any of those old ladies that are in there, they would always tell you, you want to look at the spikes, right? You want it to be compact. You don't want the flat spikes. That's what I was told. I mean, everyone has their own preference. It's like it's like that watermelon thing. When you go, like pick watermelon, everyone's got like a different style on how to pick the best watermelon. But the other thing you're looking for is smell, because a lot of times when you buy the jackfruit that's in the supermarket, it's not ready to eat right away. You have to let it sit there. If you see one that's more of like a yellowish color, you see this one's like a greenish yellow. If it's more yellow, that means it's more ripe, and it should have like a You see how sticky my hands are now? See how sticky these hands are? This is like glue. That white stuff that's on there is like glue. Ugh. You want to get all these fruities out. And I bring 2 bowls because you never know how much fruit you're going to get from one jackfruit. What is this for? What is this for? This is food. This is a jackfruit, dude. Oh, you're wondering why am I doing this? Is that your question? Oh, what is this for? Oh, you eat it, dude. Watch. It's a fruit. All right, see? Oh, it's good. As I was saying before, they use this as there's a seed inside too. There's a seed inside. They use this as a meat substitute. So like as I was saying before, forget the gloves. This is gonna get messy now. It's too hard to do with gloves. If you see like that vegan pulled pork, they actually use this. This is what they use for that vegan pulled pork meat substitute. They take this jackfruit, right, and then they stir fry it. But I usually just eat it. That's what we do. We also get it in India. How much did it cost me? All right, so they sell it per pound, and it was 60 cents per pound. And these things are pretty heavy, so I think it comes out to be like, I'm not sure. I didn't weigh it, but it's 60 cents a pound. And if you could feel it, these things are pretty heavy. So I'm pretty sure this thing was like around 20 bucks or so. But One of these jackfruits can fill you up. As I was saying earlier, during the Vietnam War, this is what I was told, is that the jungle soldiers use this as essentially their MRE, their meal. How the American soldiers used their MREs, and it was so big and cumbersome that they had to go back and resupply more often. Oh yeah, that's a good deal. Yeah, that's why I buy it. That's why I bought it. Because dude, I'm a frugal Asian, and I would not buy this at full price. So I saw it was at a deal, so that's why we got it. I just thought it'd be fun. I don't know if anyone's seen anyone actually like get the fruit from the jackfruit. And it's a tedious process, so I figure I'll sit here and chat with you guys why I do this, or if you guys even find this interesting at all. I'm telling you, in this economy, you gotta you gotta you gotta find your deals. Oh man, what else is going on? I didn't have a chance to look at the news today, so I don't know what's going on in the world. That feels weird. I like to at least see something. I like to at least get some kind of updates on the world. What's something that's going on in your world that you find interesting? Mine right now is this jackfruit and I mean, I guess what's super interesting to me right now is I don't know if you guys find this interesting or not, but that yesterday I was so perplexed by Trump's commercial yesterday for Tesla. I don't know if you guys saw that or not, but it was the most insane thing I've ever seen. He he was just it was just all kinds of funny. You sometimes you just have to laugh at these things. I don't care if you're I don't care if you're on one side or the other. Some things are just funny and you have to laugh at them. You know? Like Trump was with Elon and they had Teslas on the White House. And he basically just did a promo for Tesla. Like that was super funny. Come on. You have to admit that was funny. And they gave Trump talking points, right? You gotta cut all this glue off. That was my mistake with the other one. It's because like there's when you cut off the glue, right? There's little bits and pieces, and I don't want to waste food. So I'm trying to get as much of the fruit as possible, but there's a balance between getting the fruit and how much glue there is. Anyways, if you guys seen this presser that Trump did yesterday, he did this because I guess people have been oh, this is cool too. So you can kind of like I don't know if you guys can see that. But people have been like vandalizing Teslas and their stock has been down. So I guess they want to do like a presser, which was a giant Tesla commercial. I just thought it was super funny. They gave him talking points, and Oh, so this is a good one. This is always satisfying when you get a full, like intact one. I don't know if you can see. And he did a presser, right? And the best part of the whole presser was near the end, right? After he did everything, they gave him talking points like, I guess Trump had a piece of paper with him, and I guess somebody zoomed up, and just because this is the internet, you know, people do this all the time, where they zoomed up to see what was on the paper, and supposedly it was a fact sheet about the cars that were in front of him. I guess they had the lower model in front of him, the three the three the 3 Series. I don't know, the one that's like 30 in the lower $30,000 range. And he was just reading it off, and at the end, he had one job, right? All he had to say was Teslas are good, or Teslas are great. But he said, "Go get yourself a Tesla," and that was so funny to me because he had one job. Like, I want to be in these rooms. Like, I think that's the most fun part. Is if you were able to be in these rooms where they brainstorm these ideas. Because, like, I want to pitch out ideas too. If you guys have been to my channel all the time, that's what I do. I just pitch out ideas. And I just want to be in the room. Because it feels like a lot of times, like there are no bad ideas. Oh my God, this one doesn't want to come out. Right? Don't you feel that way? There are no bad ideas. How crazy is that when you're at the lower level and you pitch these ideas and nobody cares? When you're at the higher level, you pitch these crazy ideas, and some of them are just like common sense ideas, and people just like eat it up. So yeah, I want to get to the point where I can get into one of those rooms. That would be the best. All right. Whoop. All right, we're rocking through this now. We're rocking through. Let's peel and go. Let's peel and go. You know what would be really cool if I did it like ASMR style. And you guys hear all the squishy noises. Oh, I thought I was done. You guys are hiding back here in the back of the bus. Ooh, doo, 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 boop. What else is going on? I like it when you guys have questions. If you guys have questions, I will answer them. It'll be anything. Relationship advice, business advice, life advice. Come on, you have a rare opportunity right now. If you guys are watching this later, not on the stream, you're watching this later, and if you have questions about life or just want to comment, I'll try my best to get back to you. I will try my best to answer. I'm trying my best. You know how like people say that don't read the comments, don't read the comments. You know what? I'm all in the comments. Because if you're taking the time to write the comments on one of my videos, I'll try my best to comment back. Now, sometimes it gets crazy and it's impossible to read them all, but I try my best. I try my best. How's the fruit? It's good. This one's pretty good. I think if you guys are just joining now, this is jackfruit. This one, I feel like I cut it maybe 1 or 2 days too early, but other than that, it's pretty good. It's got a sweet, like, trying Trying to let me eat another one, but I don't want to eat a nice looking. Let me eat one that's like not as good. It's got like it's like a sweet. I'm trying to think, how can I compare this to you guys? Almost like a melon taste, like a sweet melon, but the texture itself is like a soft apple texture. As I was saying before, there's a good chance that if you ever tried um pulled like the vegan pulled pork, you've eaten jackfruit before. You just didn't know. Just didn't know. Again, oh, you see, this is what I was talking about. The glue. I don't know if you guys can see that white sap part. That's the glue. Right? You don't want that. You don't want the glue. That's what jacks up your knife. Your hands get real sticky. Real sticky. I think like in Asia they use all parts of this. Well, at least I'm pretty sure in the jungle they must use all parts of this. Like I'm 100% sure that you can boil this white part down. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about. In the middle of the fruit, there's these right here, and this is where that sticky sap comes in. I'm pretty sure in the jungle you can boil that down and make a glue out of it because it's super sticky. Every time I see it, it reminds me of like, maybe I'm dating myself, but Gilligan's Island. Like I just imagine myself on an island, boiling down the sap, make glue, to make cuts and stuff. Or you can make glue the other way. I guess I'll survival tip for today. All right. If you're deep in the jungle or in the forest, let's say forest, it's more relatable. How to make glue. Okay. This is what I learned. Maybe someone can actually like give the full recipe, but this is what I remember. I took a survival class one time, a long time ago. This is what I remember how to make glue in the forest, right? You're not gonna have jackfruit in the forest, okay? I'm talking about like forest in America. It's tree sap, right? You want to get the tree sap, and then you need animal poop, and you need a little bit of ash, I believe. So you get that tree sap, a little bit of animal poop, and a little bit of ash, and a little bit of water, and you boil that up, and that makes like a sappy glue that you can use. Anyone out there know? Put it in the comments or put it in the chat if I'm right on how to make forest glue. See, if you're stranded out there right now and you saw this and you're like, oh yeah, that guy that was peeling the jackfruit, he told me how to make tree sap, not glue. You're welcome. Boom. All right, and there's the stringy part. The stringy part here, it's edible, but I don't recommend you eating that. But it is edible. Sometimes when peeling it. You're gonna eat some of it, and yeah, it happens all the time. And I believe so. There's a seed on the inside, right? Here's one. Here's a few actually. There's a seed on the inside. As you see, there's a seed on the inside, and I believe some people they roast that. That's edible too. They like stir fry that. Like I said, nothing is wasted. But like this is the skin, and then some people get this confused with durian. It's not durian. Durian, the specks are bigger and longer, and durian has that smell to it. If you've seen durian, you know what I'm talking about. It's got a very pungent smell. No, that's not. This is not durian. This is jackfruit. It doesn't have that smell. It has a different smell though. And I'll say this: jackfruit is the more nutritious of the two. Okay, okay. You guys don't have any questions for me though. Oh. Boom. All right, we're on our last one. As you can see, you eat as you go. Eat as you go. Cut the white part off. Sure it's off. This makes your life so much easier. Ooh, split it a little bit. There's more white part here. You want to cut that off. I mean, there's lots of different ways to do this, but cutting the white part off is the easiest way. Boom, boom, boom. Cut this in half. It's easier. Okay. And if you missed the first part, you want to oil up your knife. And you don't want to use a knife that you care about. Because a lot of times what happens is the knife gets all messed up and you end up throwing the knife away. So, but I've used this knife a billion times. And you don't need it to be that. You don't need it to be that sharp. So just look at this, right? I'm getting a whole bowl of this, and maybe like, I'm telling you, 6 or so of these will fill you up. So you get a whole bowl for 20 bucks. And to be honest, I'm not even sure it was 20 bucks because I didn't weigh it. But I just remember it's 60. It was this one was 69 cents a pound. Boom. This is what it looks like. That's a lot of work. Yeah, that's what that's what I was saying. That usually what happens, right, is I think like in like the village time, what you usually do is someone buys one of these, right, and everyone gathers around and they just chit chat and they peel it and they eat it as you're chit chatting. It seems like it's a lot of work because I'm doing this all by myself, but usually you would have like a whole bunch of people and just sit around and just like chit chat while you're doing this. And that's why I have the stream on. And I figured somebody was going to chit chat with me since I'm by myself right now. So I was saying we could be talking about anything, but I'm almost done. I'm almost done. So you should chit chat. Eat a piece, do some more, you know? All right, last section. Last section. Oh, there's so much white stuff left. Last section. Urgh. Let's cut all that off. What are you guys eating for lunch? This is what I'm eating for lunch. Boom, boom, boom. Anyway, this thing's got everything you need. It's got a little bit of sugar. It's got a little carb. Got nutrients that you need. Yeah. Oop. Oh, my last like 4 or 5. These last few I'm just gonna eat because my bowl's getting full. And oh, come on. Cut. Last 3. And we'll be done. We'll be done. Oof. See, the best part is you guys got to watch someone do this without getting your hands all sticky. So you're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Last one, guys. And you guys don't have to clean up. That's also the other part. You gotta clean up. Boom. Done. Done. Okay. All right. Thanks for hanging out. That's it. We're done. Get to see my hands touch the screen. Ooh. Bye.